Yo, all right, mic's up. All right, so today is September 27th, 2024. I'm going to go over today's price action. I took two trades today, both failed. So just get right into it. I took a trade at 10:04. I added to it at 10:08. It was looking good, but my stop loss was too tight. Then I took another trade here. Same idea, trying to go long. Ended up getting stopped out right away, about within a minute. Um, and then I also adjusted my max loss limit for the day to so that way it could make up for the price action move, and I didn't want it to get stopped out too badly. But I ended up getting stopped out. I didn't want to get stopped out because of commission. Because this trade here was like it got me like at 50 something, 60 something, and I have a 75% max stop loss. Well, I ended up basically eating it. Um, so the trade that I took, if it will load. So the trade that I took was right around here. We had this weird, I guess we'll call it algo on ES that really threw me off. ES just wasn't matching charts. So and I'll go over NQ in a bit because NQ did something that ES and has been doing all week that I wish I noticed and capitalized on it, but I didn't. All right. So ES had news here, and we were holding this about the news for the most part. NQ was at a demand zone. VIX was at a supply zone. So they both had like just areas where price could bounce. Um, if I was more vigilant, I would see that NQ had this area right down here to bounce off of. ES and VIX up here. So I was looking for a long line here at 5806. And if we broke, I'd be looking for shorts because price was having a hard time breaking down here. As you can see, we're getting a lot of like wicks holding this level. This is the high volume from the prior day. We're basically holding it. So I was interested in it. But I'm just waiting. I see that we wick down. Strong volume. I'm waiting for price to break out of this uptrend. A lot of consistent buying down here. We did have a strong buying candle here, red, and then buying. So just slowly monitoring it. Unlike yesterday where I was trying to buy when we were selling, we're actually showing signs of buying. So I just been paying patient. I thought about making another line here, a little tighter, right there. As you can see now, I have my charts up, and I'm getting anxious. But then, if you look here, price trades at 58.16 on this one, which is like basically the high, but price here is at 58.10. This threw me the freak off. That the minis or the micros were here, but the minis were like up here. The regular ES was down here. So I told myself I'll just wait for price to catch up to itself. But this really threw me off where price went up to 58.16, struggled, dropped, but price never traded here. So I'm not quite sure what to make of that. There you go. And now price is catching up, right? Price is caught up. Now we're pushing through, right? We kind of like broke out of that, came back and retested, right? I could have entered here. Thought loss would have been down here, but I needed price to actually break out in the 5 minute. Price was finally breaking out, and I think this is where I entered long because I had this is what I did. So I had this entry here, stop loss down there, right? Based off of that, but I never let this 5 minute candle fully close out, and my stop loss needed to be under it. So that's where my trade went kind of like wrong. My stop loss really should have been down here, not based off the 1 minute that bounced, but off of this consolidation range that price came out of. So my stop loss should have been down here. My entry should have been a little lower. All right. Um. So, but when I saw that price was still holding, I saw buying and more buying. Like I said, my stop loss should have been down here. I added to the trade. Um. Eventually, I added to the trade once we were down here and holding. And as you can see now, I'm at 2. But my stop loss should have been still down below this and not here. But I didn't adjust that. My entry should have been somewhere around here, but I couldn't get that. So once price acted like it wanted to go higher right here, I ended up getting stop hunted at VWAP. Got stopped out. I said I should have been here. This happened pretty quickly. Am I saving it now? Yeah, it looks like I'm trying to save it. Let's see how price reacted there. So is it? So I'm waiting. 58, 9. Now we got this candle here. Ten seconds. 15 seconds. I'm trying to see if I have any a trend line that we need to break. Thinking about taking the trade off. I was really thinking about taking the trade off and see if there's a trend line we need to break, but I couldn't really find one. I'm trying to still validate this to stay in the trade, but the trend lines weren't looking all that good. We at 43, 45, and then 10 seconds. There goes price. Oh, I guess it wasn't that one. I thought it was. I thought it would have been that one. Guess it was the next one. Bam! Got hunted. Price look like it's going to drop. Price gets bought back up. 30 seconds left. I thought about re-entering the trade, but my best entry would have been, like I said, having my stop loss down there. And yes, the price bought up and pushed up. NQ was at demand. VIX at supply. And then from there, price, I think price just started rallying back up. There it is, hitting high of day, and I think we broke a little higher. Yeah, went to the 20s and then 22s. Yeah, so that was basically it, right? And my stop loss was like around 23, I think, or 24. No, 22, right? This where my exit was at, 22, 23. So we went to like that area right after stopping me out, and then I did try it again to see if we could go higher, but it really sucks being stopped out. I'm not gonna lie, it truly sucked because the trade idea was good, but it is what it is. I probably entered too soon, and I did enter too soon. I should have waited for the 5 minutes to finish doing this thing. I rushed the 5 minute. But this is a news candle. Usually the news candles work well with 1 minutes. So subconsciously I was thinking about that. But once we pushed all the way up, I should have been looking for a way to get long, which would have been right around here. since we had this loose candle, I should have been looking for the entry right about down here, because we came bounced around. Should have waited for that candle to pop up and get me that setup. So that was that trade. What was the other trade at? The other trade was at 11:09, so about an hour later. So probably right around here somewhere. Yeah, so 11:09. Try to go long, holding this area here, right? But price never broke out of the channel. That was my mistake. We never broke out of this trend line. So me going long here was dumb. So that was a dumb trade. That was a dumb trade. Shouldn't have been in that trade at all. And then I ended up just eating it. So that was it. So let's go back to what I was gonna say here for NQ. And I'm done with that. NQ had the same thing going on with ES. If we look at NQ, we had a nice hike and icy candle strongly above with red volume and price sold off. We had the same thing here on the day before yesterday. Here it attempted, but price went up. I think NQ ES ended up going down. But I had it here yesterday. I think we had it some time. Not this one. We had it just one more time, right? But ES was creating those setups. So I want to get them side to side so that way I can visually see them. I'm going to get rid of these things here. Go to empty space. And then so let's just go through it real quickly. So this is today's candle, right? So this is the doji. It's a full body candle. If we do this here, we notice that we broke out of that area, have some space to retest, to enter, right? Let's go on to the next one right here. Right, so, and this is from a nice trend up and then drop, a very big trend up, and I think this is a gap fill for NQ for ES. It was we have right here, so it's red but the candle is green. For this one, they're both green. Sells off. For this one, it's red, candle's green, still sells off. Let's go over here. This one here is green, but price buys up. Price comes back to it, and then moves up higher. All right. Making this here a valid point. Well, this whole thing here as well. Alright, very strong buying. Alright, so price came back to where the buying was. Not this, but to where the buying was. Boom. Alright. Let's go on to the next one. Nothing here. Nothing, right? None of these match. So none of these things are giving me anything. We have strong buying here. Price came back to it end of day or pre-market, and then we'll do Monday. It was a very ugly day. So here we have it kind of set up. Looks like we had a nice little sell-off, not too much. And then price pushed up and then bounced around. Then we got another setup right here, both green. Oh hell yeah, sells off, both green, sells off. Um, that one was good. I'm guessing if we have green and both red, buying. That's my take on it. But and then yeah. So basically, that's pretty much it. But for the morning, we had that. So just trying to figure out which one to stick with. Either waiting for the 30-minute, which probably gets better setups. At least this came out at 11:30, 12 got set off, or trying to rough it out with the 5-minute. And I think my better patience comes with the 30-minute. Have very good sales and also 30-minute locations. Because today we had a 30-minute location on ES that we bounced off of nicely. A lot of volume came in. I went down to market to see what it was. We had coinciding volume, turquoise. Maybe I need to start labeling them what color I'm looking for. So we got the turquoise color, price pushed up. All right. I did come here because we had this, it was green. But did we have any green on here? No, just turquoise. Right? No. And we did have this sell-off here in pink. And do we have any pink here? So I'm guessing that idea won't work too well. We had a red. Alright. Price came out. We tested. Nice little push. Bounced up. Nice other push. There was a lot of like back and forth, but it was a constant sell in direction. This level was good. It was that one here. Let's push up. This level was good. It was also midday retest, which is good here. So this gives you both sides. This is too far up. Oh my gosh, go away. This was too far up. Could have gotten a retest. That was clearer. A lot of breaks. A lot of good setups at this level, which was the highest level for midday. After the buying took control and cleared the top of the selling. This was the highest midday level that held price. And then buying, so I definitely would expect buying to go here, as long as we don't clear it. So that's it for me for today. 2 trades done. Didn't go into. I didn't try to take this. I just respected the fact that I was done for the day. I took it on the practice account. The practice account did well. Practice account did very well. If I can find a practice account, I'll definitely pull it up. I don't see it, but I did do a video. Trading live session. Okay, I guess I didn't number them. So the trading account did very well. I took 2 trades. First one was like a $2,000 loss. The other one was like a $3,000 winner. I took a trade when we came to that first area I was talking about, trying to see if price would go up. Was interesting to see. Our price did. Did this thing record? Okay. Yeah, I don't see anything moving. Alright, so it doesn't look like my OBS streamed any of this properly. Maybe I stopped it too soon when it was trying to export it. That's probably what it is. When I hit the stop streaming, I probably hit the stop streaming twice and I stopped it from setting up. But anyways, I'll try to put up the P&L for that one real quickly. So that one did good with the idea. Said first trade was down about 2,000. Second trade, made back to break even and more. This is trading five minis, so risking this much. So if I was risking 193, I'd make 318 back. So I'd be up 125 or 120, right? So and just working on these numbers, and also looking for better entries because this trade worked out very well until it wasn't able to work out. That came in at 12.13. So let's go to it, and then I'll be able to stop this thing soon. So this came in at 12.13. I think I had the level here. Came from this. So what's it 12.13? 12.13 it is, huh? Oh, it came from this one here. Came from this here at the highest point. So it came a little higher than what it needed to. So it came in at 12.13, which is right around here. I got filled. And then price worked out. My stop loss was down here. Price worked out. Up 6 points. Down 4 points. Back up 6 points. And then fully out. And then I said, let me just take the other trade that was around here. I think I took it up here. And then took it back up to where we were rejecting so many times. Alright. But this one, if I had respected the idea of it, entering at this level down here, I think I usually pick like the halfway mark. I'd have been 9 points, risking about 2. Well, I think the halfway mark is good. Alright, so entering around here, maybe even a little higher, depending on what that volume was, and then going back up, that would have been good. I was aiming for a little bit higher, but I can sit now and say, okay, after I enter, what obstacles are there first, right? And the entry would be something like this, right? So that alone is 4-1. I'm gonna risk about this much, which is about 3 points. I say, okay, I'm risking 3 points. Go into the, my max amount, and then I look for my take profits. This is my 2-1 area. Okay, I think we go higher. Boom, we reached higher, which is 8-1, or let it go up, and then but I think this is good. 8-3, and then there. So, and that's 4-1. So this would have been a good trade. Same thing with this one here. Let's see if the 50% mark work. That one probably would have been missed out. So I'd have to really look at what's happening when price gets there, and looking for on the setup. So let's say if I did enter this one a little higher, I'd still be, at least 2-1. This one here, a lot of volume came in. This one is not really any volume here. It's very dead. So we have red selling volume. But we do have this angle thing going on here. Not too much like that. Maybe this. So I could have entered here. Let's see if that helps out. And then I could probably come in and adjust. It's a little higher. That. So that would have been 2 to 1. So 92, about 4 points. 93, 3 points to make 6 points, it seems like. Yeah. Alright, and then just do that. And then the other trade here, you know, and that one also has that. I could have entered on the double bottom. Entered here. So much volume came in. A lot of buying came in here. Push price. So I'd be entering. I could have entered when that broke. You know, if I had it stop like that, we'd never reach it. Because we're going back to that level, I have to respect the fact that price may not reach. You know, so bit much. So I probably would have had to enter when this candle closed. 2 tweezer candles, the top. Now if I'm able to just breathe properly and just let price play out like this. About 5 points, making about 15 points. So about a 3 to 1. Alright, so that's it for me for today. I'm gonna log off and then just mentally reflect on how I could better work this, focus on the 30 and not overwhelming myself with so much information.